everybody. Some tea. My jammies are Savage X Fenty today, so I'm excited to be back with you guys for episode 2. Let's get into some yapping. First, what was that little small TikTok ban situation that has happened? I'm just like, looking back on it, I'm like, we were very dramatic, but it was just like, why are y'all trying to take away TikTok? There's so many better things to be worried about than TikTok. And then it only went black for like 8 hours a night. I don't know. I don't really trust what's going on over there on our app. So, you know, I'll be preserving my talents on the red play button app, okay? That orange man has only been in office for like 8 days, and like the amount of havoc that has already, I really don't want to wake up every day for the next 4 years and pretend to be surprised, but it's just like, I'm just at a loss for words, really. Is anyone else just like absolutely petrified to be a mom? Like, it seems like a beautiful thing, but the older that I get, the less beautiful it seems to be, and it's just a little bit scary. It just doesn't seem like the funnest thing in the world. I hate to say that, but honestly, I just really don't know, because I'm like, the more that I hear about the depression and just kind of like what your body goes through, what your mind goes through, kind of pretty much as a woman dealing with this solely on your own, it just doesn't seem super appealing anymore. And I'm like somebody who really wants to be a mom, and it's just like, I'm 110% not ready, because this seems like a lot already. And it's like, you put your body mentally and physically through all of this stuff for somebody who does not kiss the ground that you walk on. Like, I don't think I could do it. Like, I don't want to be a single mother, and I don't want a baby dad. It's just like, the only way that I feel like I'm gonna be able to do this is if I'm married and I don't have to work. Like, I'm financially set. Like, I just don't see how I'm physically gonna do this any other way, because it's just a lot to go through, especially as a single mother. Like, all of the barriers you have to face, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem like super appealing these days. And a lot of people were like, well, when you see your baby, it's all worth it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know about all that, because kids can be very, I don't know, like, you can only do so much, you know? I don't know. I really want to get there, but I'm clearly not at that stage in life, and I don't know how women do it. Like, I don't think of my mom, like, all the sacrifice she made, and like other people's moms, like, they're just superheroes. Like, I don't know what that would look like for me at this stage of my life, because I feel like I'm young and I'm single, and I'm just not mentally there yet. But maybe when you know, some things change, I might feel a little bit more ready. Right now, it seems really scary, really daunting, and I just don't know. Okay, I got a new show for you guys, and it's not a new show, but it's a new show that I just recently started watching, and I'm obsessed with it, and I hope that you guys are also obsessed with it and watch it. So I'm a big true crime girly, and I love anything true crime. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything true crime, doesn't matter what it is, I love it. So there's a show on Netflix called I Am a Killer. And so they interview different killers. Like, there are different circumstances. Not everybody is a serial killer. Like, there are different circumstances to each one of the stories. The new season came out recently, and there's a story about this guy. He went out with his sister and some friends, and that some guy had hit his sister, or like they had just physically assaulted his sister in some way. And he felt like, well, this is my family. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to protect my family. Like, I don't want anybody mistreating or physically harming my sister. Fortunately, he pretty much retaliated, and he ended up dying. And so he's forced to have like this life in prison sentence. And I kind of felt like it was a little bit unfair, because there was a lot of evidence like pointing to like the guys were taunting them, and that he kind of didn't deserve to be in this situation. And like the judge and the jury and the court just completely, like, I don't know, it just seems like misrepresentation of justice. And that was the first story of all of them that I have seen on this show that I was like, his story is a little bit different. I don't really feel like he should be in jail for as long as he is. Now, however, taking somebody's life is not right in any way, so there should be some time served, but I felt the amount of time that he got was like kind of ridiculous given the circumstances. But it's a really interesting show. If you like stuff like that, I would definitely tell you to check it out. It's on Netflix. So I don't know if I'm just getting older, or like I'm just not that interested anymore, but like I'm really over fast fashion. Like, I'm really over, like, I don't know, just the cheap quality. Like, I like clothes that have a little bit more stuff to it. And what I'm noticing a lot is that like for a lot of those stores, they do like, you know how they'll tell you something's like back in stock but it's really not back in stock? That irks my soul. Or if something is out of stock, take it off the website. Why is it still on the website when I'm thinking I can buy it and I can't because it's gone? However, I will give Fashion Nova is really good at that. Like when stuff goes out of stock, they are very quick at turning it back over. But I hate that. Like I hate it. Revolve, it takes them a really long time to restock stuff. So I just hate that. Like if something is out of stock, just don't even have it on there, so I don't even got to think about it, and then my heart got to be broken when I see it's not there. Like, come on. I really want to talk about leaving your hometown. And I wouldn't say recently, like 2 years ago ish now, I left my hometown to move to Chicago, start a new life, yada yada yada. I also kind of moved to a new town when I went to college. That was a whole different adventure. And I just feel like it's super powerful when you like remove yourself from your comfort zone and like do something different. Because looking back at those 2 times in my life, like I would never be where I was like if I didn't do those things. Like if I didn't move out of Atlanta and move to school, there are so many people, relationships, circumstances that I just would not have had experience if I didn't do that. Like I couldn't imagine staying in Georgia to go to college. Like my experience would have just been so much different and not the same at all. And then even moving here, like my life here is so much different. I was really nervous to move here. I have so many friends here. I've had so many good experiences. Like I'm just really happy. And so I just want to encourage somebody who ever sees this, like it is going to be scary and hard at first to leave your hometown, but I definitely think you should do it. If you have big dreams, big goals, like this is just the first step in accomplishing whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So definitely like move. You're not a tree. You can move. Don't let that stop you. This is coming up. I actually wanted to talk about this for a little bit. And I know like we're in the Valentine's Day time period right now. So everybody's like either getting ready for Valentine's Day or figuring out what they're going to do or what they're not going to do. And I feel like every time this time of year comes around, it's like very weird, I would say. Because on the one hand, I'm speaking for the single people. On the one hand, I feel like it's like, yeah, like, okay, like I get it's just like one day, it's just a holiday, da da da. But I think as you get older, you start to really think less about the holiday and more as like, all right, well, I see all these other people with their person, like where's my person? Like why haven't I met the person for me yet? Hard thing to like grapple with, because it's just like you just don't really know like when something is coming for you or when it's not, or when you're gonna walk into something or when you're gonna leave something. So it's really hard, and I feel like I have like a two-edged sword thoughts about it. On the one end, I just feel like it is just a day, and I really don't feel like it's something to be crashing out over or to be feeling sad over or to be feeling, you know, any types of those feelings. But on the other end, I'm like, I do get it. If you haven't met anyone in a while, or you've been single for a while and you haven't had like any sort of interaction, it can become very lonely, especially seeing a lot of people together or coupled up. So yeah, I just wanted to offer somebody encouragement if they were feeling like not super great about, you know, the upcoming holiday, to, you know, just mentally take care of themselves. You know, maybe one thing, if that's something that's triggering for you, is to probably not be on social media that day, or try to do something fun or enriching for you, or try to be around somebody that loves you. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Could be a friend, could be a parent, could be a dog, could be a child, something like that, just to lift your spirits. And just to encourage you that you have no idea what's coming on the horizon. Good things are happening every day. Connections are made every day. So I just want to give you some positivity and encouragement to not feel down or feel like you're behind or feel like you're never going to meet anybody, because that's not true. If you have that desire placed in your heart, it's just not in our timing. If you know what I'm saying? But definitely want my girls to stay encouraged. It's going to be alright. And honestly, it's way better being single, not having anybody, than to be in a situation that is not good for you. I literally look back on some of the situations and individuals, and I'm just like, I am so much happier completely alone than dealing with some of these people. Like, the peace, I just wouldn't trade that for anything. So I just want to share that and give you like a hug and some encouragement. It's gonna be okay, girl. Like, it's gonna come. So, have y'all been paying attention to Paris Fashion Week? Because I'm obsessed. Like, Fashion Weeks are my favorite time to watch things, but really specifically like the Paris Fashion Week shows, because the Chanel show was If you haven't seen it, I would encourage you to go watch it because it was so cool. The Schiaparelli show was actually really good too. There's a couple of more shows that I need to look out for. But Paris Fashion Week is eating right now. And I love seeing the girls that get invited to the shows. Like my 2 favorite people on Instagram right now. Well, I think it's just one. Latoya Rondo. She's been my favorite person on Instagram for like the last 2 weeks. I mean, I love her. She's gorgeous. She's fly. She's a mom. She's a businesswoman. She's a wife. Like, she's phenomenal. And all of her looks this week, eating. Like, she's a gorgeous woman, but she's so fly. And not like you can tell that she puts her own stuff together because it's just like everything she puts on is just like, ooh. Like, her pieces are hitting. Like, and if you've seen, like, if you follow her, like, her vintage collection, like, everything that she puts on is like, oh my god, like, to die for. So I would definitely encourage y'all to catch up on the Paris Fashion Week shows because a lot of them are really, really good. Whew. Also, if you are looking to take a solo trip or you know, are on the fence, go check out my video that I posted a couple days ago about how to take a solo trip. It's really, really helpful, and it'll give you a couple tips to like push you over that edge because solo trips are really fun and you can do it.